Osiris, form up. Everyone ready?
Actually, Tanaka, if I could ask a favor. Just say a word or two.
Come a long way together. A long way yet to go. Let's make a good jump like we mean to. And handle fools like we need to.
90 seconds to insertion point.
And may buck by the first round when we get back.
We get through this, I'll buy the whole damn bar.
Fire team Osiris. The light is green.
Hey, what's up guys and gals? It's the Tyrant here. Happy Thursday to you and welcome back to my Halo 5 Guardians Skull's Location Guide. Today we are on the 12th mission, Battle of Sunaion, and we are hunting down the Cowbell Skull. Honestly, this is my favorite mission in the game. It's very reminiscent of High Charity, in its own way, of course, and you also get to fight alongside the Swords of Sanghelios. This is awesome. I love the setting too. It's just very alien, and of course you have a lot of action going on in the background, and just showing Arbiter some love here. What's going on, dude? And so basically, a couple of questions you probably might have. Why am I doing this now? The game's been out for 2 years. Why is this important? Well, first of all, my skull guide is different than the ones that you'll see out there because I will show you how to reach the skull from the start of the mission. Typically when I see skull guides out there, they only start a little bit away from the skull, so if you aren't familiar with the settings of the mission, then you might have a hard time finding it. So of course, since I've already done a legendary walkthrough for this game, and I've already shown you how to get all the secret weapons, this is the one thing that we have left. I could do logs too, I guess, but there's like 117 of those suckers, so yeah, no. So you can get this skull on any difficulty. I'm choosing to play on normal here because I don't want it too easy for me, as you can see. Whoops. So hopefully my guys can, well, okay, Buck can't. Good job, Buck. Alright, good job, Bale. Alright, so we're going to try to get through this as quickly as we can. And, whoops, I guess I got to get up on the higher platform. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, I love Clamor. Works pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the carbine from up here. One of the nice things about this mission is you have a lot of refuel stations or reload stations for the carbine. I don't know if it works on any other weapons. I guess I'll have to do some research on that. But, so basically you can have almost infinite carbine ammo because these things are everywhere. So it's very useful, especially when you're playing on higher difficulty settings. And so take advantage of it when you do see them. Now this can be a long mission, but we're going to try to run through this as quick as possible. Of course, you have to take out the anti-air guns. You can do it a couple of different ways. You can actually just blow them up manually, but the easiest way is to take out the power stations that are connected to them. And honestly enough, they have, or oddly enough, they have wires. Covenant don't even have wireless technology yet. So we're going to go ahead and take this as quickly as we can. I'm just going to run past that guy. Don't really need to engage him. And you know, one of the cool things about this mission is the number of ways you can get from point A to point B. You have a straight path, you've got a lot of side paths you can go and take your enemies by surprise. It's really cool, and honestly, I love the visuals here too. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can do with it about this anti-air gun. I think this is the toughest one here because it's got 3 battery placements. So we got to be a little careful because it's got shade turrets guarding the anti-air turret as well. So we have turrets guarding turrets. Awesome. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and try to get my guys to flank that turret. This will at least allow me to run on the right side and start taking these things out. So we can go ahead and push through. And once we're done with this part, we get to go to the Undercity. Ooh. So let's go ahead. We got 3 of them here. That's the first one. The second one's down low, and the third one's in the building. There we go. So where is it? Oh, just past it. There it is. I am so bad at doing a Spartan charge in midair sometimes. So let's do it this way. It works. Okay, and the third one is in a building. Be careful, because although you do need to climb to the other building, or at least that's the best way to do it, to get to the building with the battery, or the charger, I should say, whatever, power supply. I think that works better. There is an active camo elite inside with an energy sword, so definitely be wary of that guy. So we just got to climb up here. Real quick, I'm going to get rid of this elite. I really need to get to know the ranks of the Storm Covenant, because I really can't tell what's what. You would think the guys with the bigger hats, the fancier hats, if you will, would be tougher than the ones that don't have it. But, what are you going to do? They're the Covenant. They're the Storm Covenant. And that's why they're going to lose. It's a shame that you can't really punch through this thing like you could with that shield door on the mission enemy lines. That would be useful. And it would make this go a little bit faster. So, we're just going to have to do it this way. Not a big deal. But I am getting attacked left and right here. So, I think the best way is just going to be to jump up on those pillars. That's a little high. I'm going to have to do it on this one right here. There we go. And whoops. Fell right off. Let me try this again. Like I said, still my favorite mission in the game. There we go. Thank you, Clamor. I really appreciate that. Then jump across over here. And we've got the elite. And of course, he's unaware of our presence currently. So we're going to go ahead and take him out. And if you want to, go ahead and grab the sword. I've mentioned this before. Most of you probably already know this already. But the sword allows you to run 10% faster. And of course, we're going to try to rush through the Undercity as fast as we can so we can get back on top. That's what she said. And go ahead and proceed to the boss battle. And right before you get to the boss battle, in the boss battle area, I should say, is the skull that we're going to in this mission. And that is the Cowbell skull. So I love the Cowbell skull. It's one of my favorite skulls next to Grunt Birthday Party, because basically it just increases the radius of explosions, or the effectiveness of them. So, you know, when there's an explosion and there's a grunt standing right beside it, grunt will go flying like crazy. It helps you get up in, if you use like grenade jumps and stuff like that, it'll give you an extra boost. It's real nice. So, we're going to go ahead and go to the Undercity real quick. Almost lost my footing there. You do want to be careful because there's lots of bottomless areas here. There we go.
There's an elevator to the Undercity. Everybody on the elevator.
Now the nice thing about just destroying the batteries and not paying a lot of attention to the enemies is the Storm Covenant, or the Storm Covenant, whoops, Swords of St. Helios will swoop in and, whoa, and apparently leave just as quickly, vanishing into there. But they'll swoop in and take care of most of the guys for you, including the Shade Turret. So it's definitely effective if you're trying to speed run this mission. I'm not really trying to speed run it, I'm just trying to get through it quick. That way it's not too long of a video just to get to the skull in question at this point.
I'll try not to let it go to my head.
So now we're waiting. There we go. All right. So I tend to go on the outskirts instead of taking the most direct route, just because you tend to get a better vantage point when it comes to shooting the Covenant on the other side, if that's the route that you're taking. It does make it a little bit easier for speed running as well. At least that's what I've experienced when doing this. So that way you don't have to worry about getting hit by so many enemies all at once. Basically, you cover a lot more ground without having to worry about too much getting in your way. Now, you do want to be careful because up ahead, a little bit further, is a Jackal Sniper. I think that's the only one here. And he can, of course, on Legendary, one-shot you pretty quick. Even on normal, they're pretty dangerous. So just definitely keep an eye out for those guys. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just run fast as we can. And we're going to run straight to the Hunters. And fortunately, when you get to the Hunters, you are pretty well endowed, again, that's what she said, with weapons. You got a couple of fuel rod guns and a plasma caster. If you want, you can actually, if it doesn't take all the ammo to down the Hunters, you can take it with you to the end of the mission. So that works pretty well. And use it against the Warden Eternal. So we're almost done with the Undercity here. This is actually probably one of the more challenging parts. If you can get by this pretty quick, you're in pretty good shape. The Hunters themselves, you won't have any other opposition that's going to give you a hard time. All these enemies that are chasing you right now, they will not follow you over here because reasons, I guess. So you should be in pretty good shape. I tend to go with the fuel rod gun because they can actually flick away the grenades from the plasma casters. So that's, again, just what I've noticed personally. Plasma casters are definitely useful, especially if you want to save the fuel rod gun ammo. But for this particular video, we're just trying to get the skull. I don't really care if I take out the warden or not. But he shouldn't be too hard because even in that area you have an incineration cannon you can use. So one hunter's down, one to go. This mission pretty much has everything. I like it. Including a burning cruiser in the background. That's pretty sick. Alright, so with the hunters down, go ahead and grab as much ammo as you can for the fuel rod gun.
Can't have too much longer to go.
We don't need the sword anymore at this point. Whoop. Actually, you know what? Screw the fuel rod gun. Only reason I say is because, again, we don't really need it, and I want to go faster, and the carbine is a bit more useful for taking out the troops that lead up to the warden event, so no real thing there. But if you are trying to fight him as a boss, ditch the sword, take the fuel rod gun. That's all there is to it. That's really the best weapon you could have going into it. And really, you don't have any opposition between you and the final area. You will have quite a few Promethean soldiers to fight, but you can easily harvest their binary rifles as well. And there is extra carbine ammo there. Or not binary rifles, light rifles. Psst, same thing. Not really. But you can harvest their light rifles and use that to, well, basically continue killing their comrades here. So we're going to go ahead and take care of this guy, finish him off, being merciful here, and run to the end. Be careful because the scenery here does start to fall apart. If you're not careful, you can actually fall down into the ocean, and you do not want that. So, but usually before it happens, ooh, that was nasty. Hope you had AAA, my friend. So, anyway, yeah, scenery here does start to fall apart. Definitely don't want to slip and fall here. Can be a little bit easy, especially when you're trying to approach the last building because you do have to make it across. There we go. And of course, no one's running to help Locke because he's not Buck. That's all we can say. He's not Nathan Fillion. Although, to be fair, we all love Luke Cage as well. So, alright, so we're going through here. So far, so good. You're going to have a couple of crawlers. You really just can run past them. Not a big deal. And we're just going to get to the final area and go straight for the skull. Okay, so, yeah, and this is badass too. It's the only mission where you get to fight side by side with the Arbiter. I don't really count Swords of Sanghelios mission because he's only at the end. So you're going to want to go to the platform where the Warden Eternal is located. And there's going to be a little piece. It's a little hard to spot, so I'm going to sort of take my time here because I really just don't want to jump off into the ocean since it's at the end of the mission. I don't know why so many of these skulls are towards the end of the mission. There's only a few exceptions to that rule, apparently. But it's somewhere down here. Should be closer to the Warden platform. But like I said, it can be hard to spot. And it's not too difficult to get back up once you're down there, to be honest with you. But, okay, I think that's it, but I'm not entirely sure. I want to make sure that when I drop down, I don't drop down onto nothingness. Let's see.
There's still time.
Okay. Sad thing is, the last time I dropped down there, I just didn't see the skull. Okay, I think that's it. But again, I'm trying to be careful here because I don't want to miss it. Okay, so that's definitely it. Let's see if there's a wider place I can jump down. There we go. Okay. So the skull is kind of difficult to see. Let me back up just a little bit. It's on one of these darker slabs of rock. So there it is. So there's the Cowbell skull. Boom, we are one step closer to collecting all the skulls. So what's your favorite use for this skull? You can let me know in the comments below or hit me up on Twitter at MythicTyrant. A link to my Twitter feed can be found in the description below. And if you like this video and you want to see more and you want to stay up to date on all your Halo news, tips, tricks, and secrets, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification button so you can see them as soon as they come out for more videos every single day right here on MythicTyrant.com. And if you want to become a premium member of this site for as little as $1 a month, be able to enter contests, get some prizes, get lots of rewards, go ahead and check out my Patreon page. Like I said, it's as little as $1 a month. You'll help save this site so it can survive at least throughout 2018. And of course, we set up our new store as well, so if you don't want to donate monthly, the holidays are coming up. You can always get a special treat for yourself or that special someone. You have t-shirts, phone covers, wireless keyboards, a lot of cool stuff. Dozens of items to choose from. And thank you guys and gals so much for watching today. I'll catch you all right back here next time. We're going to be doing the Tilt Skull on Genesis. Looking forward to it, and I hope to see y'all there. There we go. Sorry, I'm concentrating on trying to down these guys real quick. And the Warden shows up. Again, thank you guys and gals so much for watching. I'll catch you all right back here next time. And as always, I'm the Tyrant, signing off.